Hello, good evening, everybody. We are live, so please, let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see me clearly? Okay, so let me be sure that you can see me, please. If you can see me, please come to the chat box. Say you can see me, and then if you can hear me, please let me know that you can hear me. Happy Sunday, beautiful people. Okay. Okay. Happy Sunday, beautiful people. Please confirm you can hear me or that you can see me. Okay, I'll wait for us to confirm that so that we can start. Hey, and if you can hear me, how are you doing? How did this week go? How did this week go for you? Was it very stressful? Was it very busy? Was it an emotional week for you? That's actually sending messages to confirm if anyone can hear me. If you can hear me, say hi, hi, hi. Okay. And then, of course, if you got to this place, please help write out one thing that you are grateful for today. What is that one thing that you're grateful for today? It's a new month, and we're already on day 6, right? Yes. So, what's that one thing that you are grateful for today? You might want to, of course, look at the week, and trust me, there are so many reasons that you should be grateful. Please, if you can hear me, say you can hear me, please. Okay. I was listening to the video yesterday on Facebook just before I slept, when I saw a vehicle that had accidents. I think Lagos Ibadan Expressway. There was a time I was reading it. I think 6 persons were already dead. That's just yesterday here. Okay, so if you are here, please, and then you're thinking of maybe you're not be able to achieve your dreams, your plans for the year, and then you feel that you have nothing to be grateful for. Hey, there are so many reasons. Okay, so please just write out one thing that you are grateful for today. Could be for yourself, of course, could be for your spouse. And you want to look at your team, you want to look at your children, and then, of course, I just want to about that you're grateful for. Okay, please confirm you can hear me loud and clear so that we can, dive into today's topic. Um, okay, I'm what I think. Okay, so hopefully, okay, so I think I have to hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me pick something. I'll need to check. I don't know why I'm not seeing in the chat. Okay. Mhm. Okay, I'm going to be a very interesting topic. Very interesting. One that is so dear to my heart. Of course, we're looking at parenting in this digital age. I know you want to agree with that the time we were in and then the time where our children are presently now, like when we were teenagers, when we were children, and the time they are now are two different worlds. Like they're on two different worlds. Yes. If they call us born before technology, they are. They are technology children. Yes, they are born with technology, and that's why if you give a child of 3 months, 6 months a phone today, at least they'll be able to hold it. A child of 3 years, 4 years, they will locate your games, and then they're able to, go around it. Okay, so I was trying to see anyone's here. Okay, so let's go. If you're joining me for the first time, please let me know where you're joining from. Okay, so I think you can go. You're joining for the first time, let me hear, know where you're joining from. Okay, thank you very much. So it's a good place to want to invite your friends. Just share the link so that somebody comes and then we are all learning together. Okay, my name is Ruth Bell, and it's the first time joining me. Hi, welcome. This is today we're looking at parenting in the digital era. I was saying that every little child who you give your phone to today can actually navigate his or her way. You don't really need to preach it to them. Right? Yes, because they are born with technology. Right? Um, Whether we like it or not, also, technology has come to stay. Let's face it, it has come to stay, right? From the smartphones, looking at the tablet, iPhones, iPads, and then we even have smart TVs now, right? Then, of course, we have toys, all built with AI or AI empowered toys, right? And so, technology has come to stay. There's no need denying it, there's no need fighting it. So how are we going to now parent in the digital world? Of course, you see that nowadays you go to church, you are in a place, an event, and in order for our children not to disturb, we check the parent hands over his or her phone, tablet, or the kids even have their own tablet, right? And then just like, "Okay, don't disturb us, just be playing." I get to play, and when you're done, because we want to remove distraction, we want to focus, just leave our children. And so somehow our tablets, our yeah, phones have become like babysitters, right? They're helping us to take care of our children while we face something more serious. Hmm. Now, even if you go to schools, most schools now have evolved, right? They have updated some of their things, and they are also now using smartphones, smart TVs to even teach our children. I think last week here, we even have games where you can be in Nigeria and your friend who is in Australia. Other countries can be playing games with your children. And then we have moved from just raising children in the four corners of our home to children who are digitalized, who are globalized. So you have children all over the world playing together. So that child is in your room with the game, but he or she has friends that you don't even know, and then they communicate via the games. So you see that our children now have digital friends, neighbors, gamers, and all of that, right? And then of course, social media. Hey, is it from TikTok to Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook? We see children all over. We see our teenagers there. Some of them doing something good or nice, some of them doing something not so good or so nice. But hey, they are there. So, like we have said and we have tried to establish, technology has come to stay. Like it has rented house and it's staying. It's not going anywhere. Um, the good thing about this is that, of course, about technology is, of course, there are many, many good things. So let's talk about the good or the more components of technology. Of course, we have many educational hubs. Let's not deny that there's so many things that you could go online for Khan Academy, ABC Math, right? There's so many educational resources now available to improve our children's numeracy, math, creativity. So to learn how to draw and so many things from YouTube, for instance, right? You have so many academic academic centers online. Just go do some course, do certifications, even for you as an adult. I know that some of us have taken so many classes online, right? And that's a beautiful thing. Some of them are free, some of them are not free, but hey, we have added to our knowledge. And so does our children, right? And then, of course, when it comes to typing, learning how to type, to print, to research work. Okay, so as a researcher, right, I know so many information I've gotten online, right? Good. And then we are going to be moving to connection. So many friends I've lost in the past life. I've not seen them in the last 10 years. Oh, I was able to set them out on Facebook, right? So when it comes to social connection, our children that have many friends, of course, we relate to our friends, our relations, our cousins and nephews and nieces, we communicate by technology. Okay, so you're watching me now. It's true technology, right? And so for social connection, it has helped us. Right? We can't even say that people that are very far, we get to hear or see them when we want to. Their technology. And so, but somebody definitely said that technology have brought closer the people that are very far away from us. And then the people that are right under our nose, people that are very close to us, technology is taking them far because, hey, me and you were in this room, supposed to be talking, but we are both on our phones, we are both chatting, we are both gisting, right? And then we are communicating with people who are very far. Now, technology is supposed to help us build our communications, right? But what we see now is people in the streaming just get lost in their systems and it's pressing on, it's pressing, the kids are pressing, like everybody's pressing. Though we are in the same house, but we have different different gist with different people, right? Don't forget that the internet, as it were, is supposed to help us, it's supposed to bring us together and not separate us, right? And so, screen, technology, computer, social media, as well, has so many benefits. I know people who have their businesses online, they go nowhere as they're in their room, they're in their sitting room, and then they're cash now. Why? Because their businesses, their office, it's in their system, right? And they make good money. You also get to meet people who you may never meet online, right, physically. And so with the social media, you also make good friends, good network, right, for your businesses. People cash out, they sell out via social media, right? Now, but don't forget that it's like a knife, right, that has two sharp edges, right? So while we have the beautiful side to social media, we also have the negative aspect or the cons of what and challenges of social media, even as it relates to parenting. And then one amongst them, of course, we should be top of the list would be screen addiction. And children are getting addicted to screen like never before. From playing games to always scrolling on Facebook or on Instagram, you see children always sitting down pressing their phone. Screen addiction. Statistics has it that 8 to children aged 8 to 12 spend about 5 hours a day on screen. Wow. Now, if a child will spend 5 hours a day, if you even the sharp is too much, go to let's say 2 hours or 3 hours. Now multiply that by 7, multiply it by 30 days, multiply it by 12 months. And then you will know how many percentage of their life these are children or teenagers are already spending online. Right? And now, like I know so many teenagers are not sleeping well. Why? Because they are playing games, they are chatting with them, and then they sleep late. At the end of the day, what happens? It impairs their sleep, their brain development, and of course their focus. And when I talk about sleep, we hear that once you're able to sleep, the body has a way of regulating itself, preparing itself. But when they're not able to catch sleep, the next day you're supposed to be up and running, but hey, we are still dragging our body right, not efficient sleeping. Now, another con of technology would be exposure to inappropriate content. Even as an adult, I find the things I see, these are not the things I was looking for, right? So you see, our children go online. Their intention, for instance, is to play games, to make research of the paperwork, or to even say hi to their friend. But what they end up saying, We have so many pornographic materials now online, right? And then, of course, it leads to more violence, it leads to, and then, of course, our children are, some of them are being groomed from online. So you have that daughter who's always in her room, or a guy, your son is always in his room, not knowing that he already has someone who is grooming him or her, right? Now, this is what, being addicted to screen or always being on social media can cause. We have so many predictors, yes. Look at that thing, right? Online now. And so even YouTube kids that you think it's safe, not all content is safe, and that's the truth. So exposure to inappropriate content is being seen, online, and that's true. The number three would be cyberbullying. Of course, if bullying always occur when you see human beings, right? So move from physical bullying, verbal bullying to cyber. So you're not even seeing this person or you're seeing this person. But hey, from day to day, we have children, we have teenagers, we have students who are being bullied cyberly. We're looking at the cons of, right, of parenting in this digital age. Hello, Ajay, you're here. Good to see you. Right. So our children are being exposed. I have a friend who daughter, right, was cyberbullied. She, for her it was, how she was on the fat side and then she puts a picture there, right? And hey, fat girl, look how you're. No, let me not say some business, right? And you see the girl, that she was on the fat side, she was being cyberbullied. Guess what happened? She started stabbing herself. Yes, as at the time the information got out, she was actually suffering from ulcer. Why? Because she wanted to have a shape. She wanted to maintain a shape so that she can have the likes and not get the kind of comments she was getting. You know how teenagers, of course, their brains are still developing, and even as adults we compare. Talk more of a teenager, right? So our friend who's on the same side posts her pictures and she's having 100 likes, 200 likes, and so many good comments. And then she puts her pictures and she's not getting comment, and instead they are yabbing her. That's about it, right? So this girl decided to to starve herself so that she can have a particular shape just because she wants to be liked, she wants to have good comments. And so many of our teenagers are being exposed to cyberbullying threats online, right? We're looking at parenting in this digital age. And then, of course, there's a risk of privacy risks nowadays. It was it on, I can't remember, but it was because of the week. I was going, through Facebook, and a guy grabbed a girl, and the next thing I think the girl wrote his address out or something. Yeah, and I'm like, so that's trying to say like I can find you. Most times you go out, before people say oil was gold. Now people will tell you that the new gold is data. You go online, so many places you're putting your name, you're putting your email, and some of our teenagers are not even, first, they're not thinking straight. They go to platforms, they drop their names, their phone numbers, their address, and all of that. And there are risks. Yes, there are risks of anybody bumping into them. Because, of course, I think of one documentary I also watched, but that should be like 2 or 3 years ago, where some persons, because of the activities, you go to your child's school, you post the picture online, you go to a party, you post online, and then as you post, you write the name of the child's school, you write the name of the place you go. Well, I think it was a research done. I can't remember the name of the video, but I saw where a group of persons located some persons. Why? Because of the information they were always looking online. So you drop that your child's school is here, you dropped this, you dropped this, and then they put information together, and then that's how their whole family was accused. Funny enough, this was not even coming from teenagers, it coming from parents, right? And so we put in too many information out there for people that we do not even know. And so you're at home thinking your child is safe, you're safe, whereas your address, your own phone number, the phone number of your husband, phone number of everybody in the house somewhere with some set of persons. Of course, with online shopping too, of course, there's an increased risk in that too. So we see that we have so many things that are contesting with our teenagers, with our children. aside us physical parents. So our children have, I don't want to say spiritual, virtual parents, right? Because at times you do not have their time, but hey, they have the time to. They're going to ask the parent to help. Yes, they have a virtual parent. So you're asking a child something, you're not telling them, and they look like okay. And then they just go ping, 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 and then they've gone to Google, they've gone to YouTube. And so you're not the only one parenting your child. You have so many parents. And the Google parents, the Facebook parents, Snapchat parents, TikTok parents, Twitter parents, and the likes. Right. So let's look at what some statistics are saying. So it says 71% of parents say screen time is a major parental concern. 71% of parents. 81% of these parents worry about their kids' privacy online. 1 in 3 parents have never set online safety rules for their teens. So, in these three, which of them do you think it's a big concern for you? Is it that do you know that screen privacy online? Which of them concerns you more? Right. But hey, the child world is moving fast. That's wrong. Like we need to run. We need to run. Okay. So how can we parent better? How can we parent better in this digital age? Number one is to set clear screen time to yes or rules as it were. At times you're going to eat, you're on the dining table, everybody on the dining table is with the phone. What is happening? What is happening? You're going to school, you're going to park, everybody except the driver who is at times pressing his phone. Right? Everybody's pressing the phone. So there should be no phone zones. There should be no phone time. Like we are eating, we're setting out. Nobody's pressing phone. There should be screen time. So depending on the age of your child, if your children are younger, they are not up to 2 years, they should not even be in front of the screen. Until how many minutes per week? Some homes they don't watch films, don't turn on the TV, don't do anything till Friday or Saturday. For some, even on Friday, Saturday, how many hours? Between time. You should be able to set clear screen time rules. Set it. If you want to use screen time apps to monitor it, right? Then to be tech involved parents. Some parents are actually not online. Some parents now are online. They are trying to be deliberate so that at least they know what their children are doing online or know even how the online space will work. So if you're listening to me and you say, Facebook is not concern me, Instagram does not concern me, TikTok is what you do, or people just watch what they're watching, know what they know. So that when you're having discussions, you can flow, right? So be involved. Technology, yeah, right? Ask them to teach you that game that they're always playing. And now you can join them. Or at least know what it's about. Ask them to teach you. Right. Then of course you want to set parental controls. Meet tech guys, they would help you, set parental controls on their devices. I know one of you would say some of these children they can actually um go and reinstall it. Yes, but please meet experts, right, to help you put parental control. So there are some websites, there are some sites that they can never go to. Why? Because it was to not open. And once they try going there, to notify you that hey, your child tried logging into this place, logging into this website. That way, at least you have an idea of what's happening and you can actually treat it. Right? Now, of course, you want to deliberately teach your children about online safety. In my book of Counters Down Strong, it's the bullying. I actually dedicated some part of it to cyberbullying and how we can help our children stay safe online. Right. I want to get that book and then go through it. Yeah. It's an 80 day of anti-bullying strategies that our children can use to help them prevent and fight bullying. Okay, so teach them about online safety, can keep how they can keep um, their information private, right? Very important. How not to share secrets or secret code to someone. If someone sends you a number into your email and say call out the number for all of that. Please, you need to teach them to be tech savvy. You need to be smart, right? Okay, so another solution will be, of course, if you have money. I always talk about having conversations, having genuine conversations, connections with our teenagers, with our children. Have a connection. Talk about everything. Because I see you online. What are you doing there? Okay, who are your friends? What has happened to this week? Have honest conversations. Even if you are not having conversations with your children when they are young, just let them start discussing what to do when they're older, right? If they can tell you little things in the house, they might not be able to open up to big things, right? So please start now, start early. Have these conversations about technology, about phones, about games. Let it be like a norm for you. Don't be shy. Okay? Of course, you want to create a safe space. This is something that's constant for me. Like create a safe space where they can always reach out to talk about it. And don't forget that there was a boy who was cyberbullied. Yes, he put out his nudes and that thing, right? To some sort of persons. It was a girl. And again, of course, the people started threatening him that, hey, here's this amount if not there. He released the video. Like I said, he had given them all he had. And then he told them, and this time doesn't have anything. And they're like, oh, we are going to show this news to the world and the children, the parents. And I was like, hey, please do not do that. If you do that, I'll kill myself. And they're like, oh, you should start that. You should just do that. And hey, what happened? They're going to suicide. They're by suicide. Right? So make your home a safe place. Create an environment where your children can feel safe, even sharing their mistakes. Right? Let them share. It's good, it's bad. Please share. Mom is listening and is here. This is a safe space. Let the children know. Like let tech also be a tool. Let not substitute their learning. Let not substitute your parenting. Do your work with their parents. Do your work so that you don't just now turn to something else. As parents, like I said, we have so many parents, parenting substitute now, right? We have Facebook, we have Google, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, and all that. So please be an intentional parent. Be an intentional parent. They need mentoring, they need monitoring. Just be intentional, be there, right? Now, what are your values? What are the values in your house? What is the value in your family? What's your family vision? Because are things that will also help them stay safe. That child, when you always remember the family vision, family mission, why is your family your neck? And of course, this helps them to direct their path. And then, of course, finally, for today, I want to say teach your children healthy self-esteem. Teach them self-esteem. Tell them they matter. You don't need someone else from outside to validate them. Tell them they matter, right? And then teach them healthy self-esteem skills. We talk about, you know, building mentally resilient teenagers. Please watch the video if you missed that. And then let's together raise children, let's raise teenagers who will be emotionally stable, who will love themselves beyond what the internet has to say or offer. Right now, if you found this video, if you found it useful, please give us a like, share, comment, right? Just tell your friends, family about it, and hey, we're making it every Sunday at 8 p.m. Okay? Until I come your way again next week, please remember that you can always for counseling sessions for yourself as parents or for your family members, for teenagers around you. This counseling services is a place or home to all of our just pick the sessions, and we will be right there working that journey with you. Okay, until I come your way again next week, I remain your favorite counselor with you. Bye bye.